You type something into Google. Hit search, and in less than half a second, millions of results appear. And for a split second, most people have the same thought: is there someone on the other end? A room full of people frantically searching for answers? There isn't. What's actually happening is something far more extraordinary. And it started long before you typed a single word. Here's the thing most people don't realize: Google doesn't search the internet when you search. It searches a copy of the internet it already made. Before you ever typed your question, Google sent out billions of automated programs called crawlers, or spiders, across the entire web. Their job is to follow every link on every page, read every word, and report back. Right now, Google's crawlers are visiting hundreds of billions of pages, continuously, every single day, reading, recording, and updating Google's picture of the entire internet. All of that information gets stored in something called the index. Think of it like the world's largest library catalog, except instead of just listing where books are, it catalogs every single word inside every single book, cross-referenced against every other word, on every other page, across the entire internet. Google's index currently exceeds 100 million gigabytes. That's not the internet itself, that's just Google's copy of the relevant parts of it. Now you type your search. In the fraction of a second between you pressing enter and your results appearing, Google runs your query through over 200 different ranking signals simultaneously. It's asking, which pages contain these words? Which ones are most authoritative? Which ones have other credible pages linking to them? Which ones load fast? Which ones are relevant to where you are right now? Which ones match not just your words, but your intent? That last part is what makes modern Google genuinely remarkable. Google doesn't just match keywords. It tries to understand what you actually meant. Type Apple, and Google figures out from context whether you want information about the fruit, the tech company, or the record label. Type best, and Google infers you want a ranked recommendation, not a definition of the word. This is called semantic search. And it means the results you see aren't just pages that contain your words, they're pages Google believes most closely match what you were trying to find. All of that, the index search, the ranking calculation, the intent interpretation, happens in under 500 milliseconds. Faster than a blink. Here's a number that puts the scale of this in perspective. Google processes somewhere between 8.5 and 13.6 billion searches every single day. At the higher end, that's roughly 99,000 searches every second. Around the clock, every day of the year. And here's the detail that genuinely amazed me: every single day, 15% of those searches are queries that have never been typed into Google before. Ever, in its entire history. 15% of billions of searches, completely new questions, every day. Google has been running since 1998. And a quarter of a century later, humans are still finding new things to ask it that it has never seen before. Back in 1998, Google processed 10,000 searches per day. Today it processes that number every fraction of a second. The same basic idea: type a question, get an answer, scaled to a size that was unimaginable when it started. And here's the part that changes how you see every search result you've ever clicked. Google doesn't show you the best result. It shows you the result it predicts you are most likely to click. Those are not the same thing. Google's ranking algorithm has been trained on billions of clicks. It knows which results people click in which situations, which results they immediately bounce back from, and which results they stay on for a long time. A result that keeps people engaged gets ranked higher. A result people immediately leave gets ranked lower. Not because a human reviewed it, but because the pattern of billions of clicks told the algorithm it wasn't what people wanted. This means Google's results are shaped by the collective behavior of every person who has ever searched for the same thing before you. And here's the uncomfortable implication: if billions of people consistently clicked on misleading, sensational, or simply popular but wrong results, those results would rank higher. The algorithm isn't judging truth, it's predicting clicks. What you see when you search isn't a neutral answer. It's the answer that previous searches suggested you'd want. So next time you type something into Google and results appear in under half a second, remember what just happened. Billions of crawlers had already read those pages before you asked. A 100 million gigabyte index had already cataloged every word. 200 ranking signals processed your query simultaneously. And the collective click behavior of billions of previous searchers shaped what appeared at the top. No person on the other end. No room of researchers. Just one of the most sophisticated information systems ever built, running 99,000 times a second, silently answering questions humanity hasn't even thought of yet. Drop a comment. What's the strangest thing you've ever Googled? We want to know. If this made you think, subscribe, because we explain something new every single week. Now you know.